louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Gurley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On 2nd down, Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Wilson will throw again. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. 14. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bryce Hager coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Underneath to Davis. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking deep downfield.
Oh, my.
Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerron Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, here's Goff. And the pressure gets to him again.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawks football first and 10.
He fucked you up.
It
jumped over you.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, first and 10.
Yeah, he lost a yard. Thanks, yeah.
From the shotgun, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On third down, Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. He'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wilson now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side.
That's good, man.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right.
Oh my God! They fucking love me. That's a big.
40 to the 39.
Oh my God!
Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Dances by him, and he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game, and now they've got first and 15. To throw is Wilson. And
they don't use it any so. They were so fucking cheap. Like, what the fuck?
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Yeah.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Goff now to throw. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now a first down throw. Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Goff on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Now it's Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Wilson flushed out right. Able to get away, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw.
Yo, thank you for letting me drop it, because that's
on
some...
to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how
Damn,
difficult it is to
dog,
pick
they're
apart
not
his
letting
own
him get no
defense. Those guys are
interception.
sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
One part where they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And all coughed it up.
Nice. Get that shit up. Use this trick.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods.
Oh, my
well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Here's Goff now on second down. And that's complete to Cook.
Ooh, get off me.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Zerline's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Hey, bro, you know the real reason I love Seattle?
Out of the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee, and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Man, I be missing this shit.
We do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Dude, we'll see if they can pick it up. A nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Wilson throws left side complete to Brandon Marshall. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. of the gun. Here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And
why would you spin that way?
He brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
I missed that nigga Bobby Wagner. He was just fucking serious. I had him until he retired at 36. I had him my whole shit.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Dixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
You cheating, bitch. Why you ain't let him get it? He got one arm. He could have went ahead, dickhead.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out now come the Seahawks. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense.
Oh.
I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So
Bullshit, bro. That's some bullshit.
And that one results in 35
Yo, I couldn't
yards.
react with Talib. They made me just stand there, and I was just like,
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
I just knew that was intercepted also.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad.
Well,
1st and 10.
Looking for some line,
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know it's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. To throw again is Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Next 3 first-round picks.
Hey, over here. Let's go, 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
But I'm not a good game. The game just started.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you had.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From his goal line here, Goff rolling to his right. And that one's complete to Gurley. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Goff. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
We fucking around go to, like, I got a feeling we're going to go to, like, the Packers or something.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Yeah, he fucking
now
around
it's
with
Lockett.
Cowboys need him. The Cowboys need him. Cowboys got nobody to
nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go play action now. Wilson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
You know I'm fried. I said young boy got some points down there.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
No, you're really fucking. Yeah, you're like, no, this a play
there, right? Interception before he just had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions.
Yeah,
he's lucky there.
2K bread, yeah. That's it.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv act.
You coming down the end curve, though?
And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Are you serious?
He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw is Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out.
I'm contemplating going for a while. Just to fuck with the niggas. So what's up with everybody.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Main reason so
I trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He's just saying the main reason because I ain't got no more kids.
I know, all y'all drug dealers, I can cop up. And watch the fight for sure.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a 1st down and not a touchdown.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That's all of my niggas like that.
That's all man, bro.
Oh, that shit has a good change for
Dude.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw.
Wilson,
it's loose. It's out, fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had a punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slam.
And Gurley here. Gurley throws the football. It's loose.
No.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Hey, fuck Gurley.
For the Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Janikowski good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here
Why
in
do
this
that
fourth
shit
quarter.
split like that?
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 64 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
It's 5 in there?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air.
And he loses the football a second time. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Rams on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, my.
Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had
Bro,
it and dropped
you a
it.
fucking cheater.
Now possession's going to go
How I'm a
with the
cheater?
football at the
Because the
20-yard
game
line.
ass.
And
Bro.
the Seahawks
He gonna say
get
I'm a
ready to
cheater because the
trot out
game
on the
ass. I
field.
ain't got nothing to do with
They're
that.
sort of seeing
Yo, what the
themselves
fuck,
spiral
bro?
out
How
of
he dropped that,
control and
damn?
see if they can get things back on track.
I'm just all this is good.
And he can't get rid of it.
That
He's
shit was
taken
touchdown,
down.
man.
Aaron Donald in there to
Bro,
drop him
he's
as the
down
clock
with this down
continues to
there.
roll.
Like, damn, man,
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on
Yeah,
roller
he
skates
did
this entire
tip it,
game.
but
The
damn,
way
he
they've been
still
pushed
had that shit in
around.
his
6
hand.
sacks given up in this one.
Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure again, and down
Yeah,
he
Donald
goes
did
again.
all right
Throw that
down
shit.
there.
Aaron Donald
Yes,
in
he
there
is.
to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Throwing now. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I didn't mean to.
That's good.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're
God
playing.
damn it, you're supposed to catch that damn ball.
And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year.
I'm trying to come to your level.
Oakland next week, for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin, alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.
You say what?
We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Bubba.
Where you at, on? Where you got the green on?
You going down there or no?
Okay.
You going down the what?
You going down there or no?
You said you're going down there tomorrow.
I said you going down there or no?
So where you going to?
I said you going down there or no?
Your boy got a mohawk. I tried to get my dude they wouldn't let me get my dude a bald head.
If that's what you want, though. Yeah, you alright.
Yeah, we could do that.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I could, no, I don't feel like walking. I'm about to say, I just walk. Walk around.
You tired for the, it's about to be a 3-week.
Yeah, I'm about to see that shit right now. 3-2, 3-2. I just got to capitalize in I can move the ball. I just got to capitalize in the end zone.
I know that's how I be feeling. I gotta capitalize when I get to the 20-yard line, bro. It get crazy. We about to run. We gonna run one with y'all, and then we out. Here we go.